Shalom, family. It's good to see everybody here. We're going to talk about what the WNBA tried to pull. So, if you don't know by now, both Angel and Caitlin made their first appearance on the floor playing, and they treated them totally different. So, Christian, of course, was first because she was the first draft pick. I still can't figure that one out. And they broadcasted her debut nationwide. They put it on broadcast TV, they blasted it everywhere, right? Then, when Angel Reese made her first appearance playing, they live streamed it. They put Angel on live stream and made sure Caitlin's, when she made her first appearance and played, they made sure it went out nationwide, TV and everything. So the Black community wasn't having it. And they reached out to the WNBA and raised all kinds of hell. So Black people went hard for Angel Reese, and the WNBA listened. Now, you know, Angel Reese, her nickname is Chi Town Barbie. That's what they call her. WNBA pass, and they are going to give Angel the same shine they gave Caitlin Tuesday night, which is tonight. They're going to give Angel the same shine. And you can see already there's a lot of disparities in how they handle these two women. And I know we are not surprised at all. So let's get into the story. I'm glad the community stepped up and gave the WNBA hell for what they tried to pull. And it's a shame. And they said 70% of the players in the WNBA are Black women. And they try to give the shine to a white woman that has no championship. But they keep treating her like she did have one. Like I said, she is a mainstream media star. She's definitely not one in her own right, like Angel Reese, who is a champion and have a ring, have awards, you know, and Caitlin has nothing. But they are treating her as if she is the champion between these two women, and she's not. So when Caitlin made her first preseason game on the WNBA pass, and Angel Reese anticipated time, she was on live stream. It drew hundreds of thousands of fans wondering why the number 7 overall pick and leading candidate for most popular player was doing. Fans express discontentment. Fans were visibly frustrated on social media that Angel Reese game was not carried by the networks, and the WNBA failed to take advantage of the interest of one of its new stars. It took incredible pressure from social media and a weekend full of complaints and the WNBA bashing, but people have spoken. And the WNBA finally responded. So the League Pass preseason game is featuring Reese, aka Chi Town Barbie. So she's finally gonna get broadcast out like Caitlin. It was like pulling teeth, y'all. And that's a damn shame that this is how the WNBA rolls. Now, the networks in this country, we already know they're racist. Everything is slanted one way. We're not surprised about that. But the WNBA, you're predominated, you're predominantly Black women. But the way y'all are treating Caitlin, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe the Black women were there. So Reese's skills will surely be tested against the New York Liberty, who were in the WNBA finals last season and were expected to make another run with its star-studded team and MVP, Breanna Stewart, who will test Reese's game early and often. So Black Twitter and Black culture attacked WNBA all weekend for not showing Angel Reese her coming out as a new player. They said they got dragged all weekend. Everyone joined in on the WNBA Fry this weekend, including Dwayne Wade and other celebrities who have already acknowledged something the WNBA was way late on, something I have personally been writing about since and before the draft. He was watching and gave a shout out to Reese and her fellow rookie center, 6'7", Cardet, I think this Cardoso, also very popular. So Wade, like what he was seeing from Reese, and think the tandem has a bright future in the WNBA. So on X, Wade wrote just the beginning while sharing a highlight of the former college rivals in unison as prose. So Angel Reese is famous just like Caitlin Clark. Different audience. In many circles, Angel Reese is just as famous as Clark, just without the incredible corporate push and a $28 million Nike deal. Can you believe that's what Caitlin is getting? She probably already got it now. But Caitlin, who did not play one game, she got a $28 million Nike deal. And Angel Reese is a better player than her, and she didn't get nothing. You know, a lot of times we talk about our men need to stop playing for them folks and start their own league. Don't you think the same thing should apply to the women? So the scoring record helps too. But WNBA fans understand that there are two totally different types of players with different duties because Reese is not a ball dominant guard, doesn't lessen her effectiveness. It will limit her shots as she took 7 in her opening night. Good for her. Reese's $3 million, not $1 million, I'm sorry. Reese's 3 million Instagram followers are proof of her popularity, as that for Clark is 800,000. Look at that. Angel Reese got 3 million followers on Instagram. Caitlin Clark got 800,000. You know, we know who's the most popular between the two, but the white media is trying very, very hard to make Caitlin look like she is number one in all of the WNBA. I think that's what their goal is. And I don't think that's going to even work. I don't think that's going to work. Reese also attracts a darker hue of fans than Caitlin. So, in other words, the vast majority of her followers are Black. Clark, an often overlooked population of people who attend games, follow players, but don't get the same respect or understanding or connection from corporate. Yeah. They only want to back, see, these big corporations, y'all, they only want to back Caitlin Clark because she's a white female in the WNBA. It really is not for any other reason. You can't even say, okay, well, this is a champion. That's why we're getting behind her. She's not a champion. She's not. People are begging to watch the games now. Reese, who turned 22 on May 6th, told a reporter after her WNBA, her first game in the preseason. And we didn't have that 5 years ago. So being able to see that and see what we're doing now, obviously, it wasn't what we wanted, but people still watched it and we got the attention, Reese added. We will have more games on TV. Mm-mm-mm. So some newbie fans only were interested in Caitlin Clark, and we know what those newbie fans were, y'all. Come on. Or created some kind of division between her and other players who have entered the league as stars. Will still say nobody cares about the WNBA, or they only care about Clark, which means they aren't interested in the league at all. While there are, there was a time when fans were loyal to their local teams. Nowadays, fans relate to individual personalities. WNBA fans and other fringe fans who didn't like the dynamics they saw unfolding early in the season spoke up on it before the season got underway. They also reminded the WNBA that there's more than one cash cow, more than one player who comes into the league with a superstar aura and a legion of fans who will support for any reason, especially when it seems like the Black girls are getting overlooked. Yep, they tried to snub Angel. And then there was also something else that happened. Hold on, I'll show this to you. And I did see this a week ago. Um, all right, hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can get this picture up for y'all. Caitlin. Let me see. Do I have a picture of that? They may not. They well, I'll show this to you. I'll at least show this picture to you. Wow, that's so tiny. Well, you'll get the whole point. It's kind of blurry, but that's okay. You'll get the whole point when you see it. Let's see here. Okay, there was an event that Caitlin Clark went to. And as you can see, I know it's not a clear picture, but they had a red carpet out for Caitlin when she showed up in Indiana, a red carpet. I believe it was the next day, Angel Reese showed up at the same location. They had no red carpet, they just had the gym floor for her. And it is just too obvious. They are trying so hard. They are trying so hard to make sure Caitlin ends up with more notoriety than any Black player that's at the WNBA, especially Angel Reese. Now, I can see if you have somebody and they work their way. Caitlin is a perfect example of white privilege. She is a champion in their eyes because she's white. Angel Reese is a champion because she worked for it. And that's usually the case. When it's one of us that are champions, we have to work our behinds off for it. And even after you work your butt off for it, they still don't want to give you recognition. It's just like if you're on the job and you know darn well you're doing a better job than them folks. Oh, they'll go, especially if you got a supervisor that look just like them folks. Oh, they'll try hard to ignore you, try to downplay your work, try to make sure you don't get more shine than the people that look like. I mean, we've seen this before. This is just classic 101. Oh, well, we got this white woman. She may not have all the awards, but she's a white woman. So we're going to catapult her into fame and glory. So, what Caitlin Clark is getting is unearned privilege. That's exactly what she's getting. She's getting unearned privilege bestowed upon her by the mainstream media in America. That's what she's getting. And we have seen this play out a million times. But yeah, I mean, she walks in the gym and the red carpet is there. When Angel Reese shows up, there's no red carpet on the floor in the same location. Come on. It's too obvious what they're doing. It is so obvious. So obvious, y'all. That's all this is. It's just your usual privilege, unearned privilege. That's what it is. So, y'all, that's all I wanted to do was give you this update. So, Angel is going to be broadcast, I believe, tonight because they said Tuesday. The article came out on Monday. So, I might actually watch some of it. I may not watch the whole thing. I may watch some of it just to see her play. But, it, y'all, this is just unbelievable. It is unbelievable. But, what else do they really have left? They don't have nothing left. She don't have the proven record. So, yeah, we'll see it in Victoria's spirit in America. Mediocre can get them to the top. It can. They can soar to the top being mediocre, and it's not a problem. And we've seen that too. You'll see the most lackadaisical person in the workplace get promoted. I can't tell you how many times I've seen that. Sometimes a person don't even have come to work and they get put up for promotion. Okay. And and then they spend their time trying to convince everybody else, oh no, they got the experience. They got this, they got that. And you know darn well you don't watch that person work and you know they don't have all that mess they're claiming. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, but she's definitely getting a bunch of unearned stuff for real. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I wish we could take our top women in the WNBA and start, our own league just like the men. We've been saying that about the men forever. These men are getting these multi-million dollar contracts. They're um the best players, but you know how it is, but everybody that runs the organization, none of them look like the players. And we've been saying forever, all the money they got between them, technically they can have their own league. Wouldn't it be nice if the women and our men left these organizations and formed their own? Boy, it would change the whole dynamic of sports in the country forever. It would change it forever, for real. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. No, how you doing, Kim? Well, yeah, I mean, both of them are, but no matter what you look at, Chris, our men are the top players and our women are the top players in the WNBA. That's my point. That's the point I'm making. Mhm. So, yo, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here. I deeply appreciate it. And I hope you all come back tomorrow because I got the one on Tim Scott. And there's a lot of things I want to bring out about him being the only black senator in this country. It says a lot about what politics is all about. So I hope to see you on tomorrow's live stream and check out the videos that I put out today. I think you'll find them pretty good. I mean, some of the things that are going on out here are just unbelievable, but definitely worth listening to. So, everybody, please enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow, all of you, for that live stream. Shalom, family.